So welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be submitting the solutions for week 4, that is exercise 3. So let's get started with the video. So before we start the video, what I would like to tell is I have received lots of mail regarding an error in a submit. So when you're submitting, you'll get an error. So how to avoid it is basically what you have done is probably have downloaded individual files exercises. So you should never download individual file exercises. There is a common link where you can download all the exercises. You'll get a zip file. If you extract it, you'll be able to see all the exercises. I've downloaded all the exercises from a single common zip file. So if you haven't done that, please do it and then continue watching my video. So if you don't know how to do it, please check my first video. I have included the link in the description. So let us start this video. So as we can see, we'll open exercise 3. So you can see .mlx file. I opened .mlx file exercise 3. This is the main file. So now we need to open 4 files. So those are cost function, and then one was a solve, predict, and then predict one was a solve. Okay. So first what we need to do is you can scroll down. So here you can see 3 icons. Make sure that you have clicked on the first icon which says output on the right. So you'll be able to see all the output on the right side. So we'll execute this. You can either press Control Enter, it's a shortcut, or you can press left click and run section. You can see the output. It's the right output. So make sure you have opened the same directory. Okay. Then scroll down. So important thing is we need to load the data. So click here, run session. You won't be able to see any output because you can see the output here. Means here all the values are loaded here. Okay. So then scroll down. Let me make this smaller. Okay. So now the important part is visualizing the data after you have loaded. So what this session does is it displays 100 random values. Okay. Click on run session. You'll be able to see 100 values. Every time the value is different because we have used a random function. Okay. You can see here. So after completing this, then scroll down. So this is where we write the first code. Okay. It's a very simple. If you the only difference between the previous exercise and this exercise is we are dealing with multi classes. So multi classes are like now we need to differentiate between many classes. Like you need to identify whether it's the number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 till 9. But earlier we just had two options. You either identify it as yes or no. So that's the only difference. So we'll be using vector. So before running this session, you go to LR cost function. Okay. Just scroll down. So here you need to write your code. Okay. Just you can just pause the video or just copy it. Okay. So I'll just explain the code. It's very simple. What it basically means is you're assigning the value of you'll be sending theta, x, y, and lambda. Because we are regularizing, so we are using lambda. You can see that theta we are assigning the first column to be 0. Okay, this is 0. Then this is nothing but a hypothesis. You'll be familiar with this. Okay, and then we see here j cost function we are assigning to you probably know this formula. It's the similar formula, right? Minus 1 by y log hypothesis plus 1 minus y times log of hypothesis plus lambda by 2m. Okay. Similarly, then you're calculating the error, you're subtracting the hypothesis with the original answer so that you can see how much error is there, and then you're calculating the gradient. Okay, just save it. Okay, I hope you have written this. Okay, just save it. After saving, you just press Ctrl S and then just remove this function. Okay, now here, come here and just run this session. Okay, you can see the output here. Both are similar. Okay, we expected these gradients and we got these gradients. Okay, after running this, come down. This is just to see how it works. You can just run this. It's not necessary. Okay, now here you just need to before executing this function, we need to complete one versus all. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, we need to complete one versus all. Okay, go to one versus all. Okay, just scroll down. So what you need to do is just copy here. The code is already given here. So you just need to modify a little bit. Copy this thing, paste it, and then copy options, paste it, and then copy this thing. Okay, wait, before copying this thing, so let us write the for loop only. Okay, write for C. So after writing this, just copy this, paste it. Okay, make sure you put here 3 dots. Remove this percentage. Okay, now you need to add end. Okay, come here, just write end. It's perfect. Okay, make sure you have written the code in a similar way. So what this basically means is now you just need to optimize the value of theta. So there is an inbuilt function called as fmin, which calculates the least value of uh, theta, and it optimizes basically to get the cost function, to reduce the cost function. Okay, so just save it. So after saving that, come here, click on run session. Okay, you'll be able to see this output. Okay, then scroll down. Now you need to complete predict one versus all. Okay, so go to predict one versus all. So just type in here code. Basically, we're writing sigmoid, which you are equating it to hypothesis. This is basically hypothesis. So I'll just explain what this code does. So basically what this code is telling is, so we need to predict. So for example, if you have taken some number 9, you want to predict whether it's 9. So after that, when you check with all the hypotheses, you'll get a hypothesis which is closer to the value of 9. So then it will return, so basically which has maximum percentage. So maximum probability that the number is 9. So it will return the value and then index. So we are just sending the index to, we are returning the index. Okay, just save it. Don't forget to save, then close it. Execute this. Okay, you should be able to see 95. Okay, so that's correct. And then scroll down, execute this. Okay, now here you'll see you need to predict. Okay, so predict, it takes into two parameters, the three parameters, theta1, theta2 and x. So here go to predict. So you need to type the code. This is also similar. So the convention in MATLAB is to use a capital letters for matrix and vectors. So I'm using a capital letter. Dash, then make sure you leave gap here. Okay. Same thing, we are using a max function. I spelled that wrong. Okay. So which returns value and index. And then we are returning the index. Okay. So what this basically does is similarly we have here theta1 and theta2. So theta1 is basically the uh, parameter. So we are calculating with that, with respect to theta1 we are calculating the hypothesis, and similarly with respect to theta2 we are calculating the hypothesis. So which matches the best, we are returning the index. Okay, just save it, just exit this, then execute this. So here you can see the accuracy is about 97.5. You're seeing 97.5, close to that. Okay, so now just go to command window, press submit. So you'll be able to submit it. Okay, just type in the Gmail, just type in your Coursera email ID and then the token. So this is all about submitting the solutions. So if you haven't watched my previous video, I would recommend you to watch my video. If you do like the video, please like and subscribe. And I'm also doing a series on web development. Like I have some cool stuff lined up. I have done some to-do lists and all. You can check it. I have included all the links in the description. So thank you for watching.